And a very good evening, everyone. Jeremy here, quantstrategic.com.sg, and the recap of SETS, which is S58 on the Straits Times Index. All right, so for the SET stock, I do like the long term progression of this chart of SETs because it's a very nice uptrend all the way from 2001 to 2021. For 20 years, we had a good higher highs, and higher lows. All right. So currently, the all-time high is $5.85, and the pivot that we want to break out from is $4.55, as mentioned in my blog last week. We are almost there with a close of $4.30 on Friday afternoon. So just 22 cents away from the break of 455. So, what is the significance of $4.55? Is important because during the pandemic, after an all-time high of 5.85, sets dropped to almost $2.50, and it bounced back within 8 months to actually hit 455 exactly at the breakout point. So, if we break 455, the stock might be able to form a little bit of a range here before testing the all-time high back at $5.85. All right, so 455, a very important level to watch because it actually brings price action to trade above the SSSB line on the cloud in the long term, turning the stock bullish. Medium-term charts of the sets on a weekly basis. The long signal was issued on the 9th of November last year at the price of $4.55, $3.40, targeting the 455 level that I've shown you on the monthly charts. So we have higher highs so far for last Friday. What we're going to see right now is for the stock to trade above the Tenkan and then move and break above the $4.55 target, and thereafter form a little bit of traction and then hit higher as the weeks pass for sets. And the pivot right now is at 368 for long-term investors to protect your investment because on the weekly basis, a break of 368 would also mean that price may break below the cloud and then return and test back its lows. On the daily's chart, you can see for sets after a nice breakout in November last year, touching a high of $4.45, a nice retracement, and then into the cloud, but did not go below the cloud SSSB line, bounced above with a long signal at $4 on the 8th of February, and reach almost its target of 455. All right, so the current pivot right now for swing investors is at 415. All right, so if you're able to bounce off the pivot at 415, you can take up some positions and wait for it to break $4.55 to test higher. The 4 hourly charts show a little bit of weakness as investors take profit with a short signal at $4.31 on the 5th of March last week, targeting 415, which is the pivot point on the dailies. All right, so we want to see price action test $4.15, which is just at the base of the SSSB line, and bounce. With a pivot of 442, we need to clear $4.42 before the stock resumes its climb. Otherwise, a brick and below the SSSB line on the cloud will encourage further weakness in sets. So these are what the pivots are for. The pivot point right now for the 4 hourly short-term charts, we are in a slight corrective mode as investors take profit. What you want to take note of is this pivot point at $4.42 and whether the stock trades below this cloud line in this region. All right, so we want a break above 442 and not for the stock to go below and fall below the 420 to the $3.90 range, and that will be pretty weak in the short term. So in conclusion, for sats, the big number is $4.55. A break of 4.55 may have sats turning bullish for the rest of the year to test 5.85. And if we don't break 4.55, then the next support is at $3.68 on the weekly charts, which is still positive and bullish. Short-term wise, on the daily, still pretty good, with a pivot support at 415, and on the short-term charts it is weak with people taking profits, and right now the overhead resistance is at $4.42. I expect this correction to correct down to 415 and then bounce back up to test $4.42, and thereafter break out and test 455. And if the trend breaks to the upside, then in the long term, we might see $5.85. Thanks for watching, everyone. And remember to click a like if you find the video meaningful for you. And remember to go to quantstrategy.com.sg. You can send me queries there, and have a great weekend.